McLaren's entire Qatar Grand Prix unraveled the moment 6 simple words came through the radio. Oscar, we're staying out. Stay out. With that single call, McLaren unintentionally threw away what should have been Oscar Piastri's first ever Formula One race victory. The Australian had been in a league of his own all weekend at the Lusail International Circuit, delivering a flawless performance that showcased his raw speed, confidence, and growing maturity. He took pole for the sprint, dominated the sprint itself, and then secured pole again for the main Grand Prix. McLaren CEO Zak Brown praised Piastri for being on another level all weekend, looking fully ready to convert his unmatched pace into a straightforward win that seemed completely inevitable before the lights even went out. When the race began, everything unfolded exactly as Piastri needed. He managed the first few corners perfectly, held on to his lead, and immediately began controlling the pace from the front. Max Verstappen managed to jump Lando Norris at the start to take second place, but that didn't unsettle Piastri in the slightest. For the first 7 laps, he drove with the composure and execution of someone fully aware that he was on the brink of making F1 history. His tire degradation was manageable, his gap to Verstappen was stable, and all signs pointed toward a dominant victory that would cement him as a legitimate championship contender. But then, on lap 7, everything changed. Contact between Nico Hülkenberg's Sauber and Pierre Gasly's Alpine triggered a safety car, instantly transforming the strategic landscape of the race. Piastri immediately radioed his engineer and asked the crucial question, boxing or staying out? The reply wasn't immediate. The team hesitated, told him to stand by, and then delivered the fateful decision. Oscar, we're staying out. Stay out. Piastri simply replied, copy. Staying out. Unaware that this single moment would cost him the victory he had worked so hard to secure. McLaren chose to keep both Piastri and Norris on track, while nearly the entire field behind them dived into the pits for fresh tires under the safety car. Even Verstappen took the opportunity, leaving both McLaren drivers completely out of sync with the rest of the grid. Pittsburgh Lane erupted into chaos as team after team reacted quickly, taking advantage of a free stop and effectively resetting their strategies. McLaren's race engineer, Tom Stallard, later explained to Piastri that by not pitting, the team believed they would gain a strategic advantage. In their calculations, drivers who pitted under the safety car would be forced to pit again on lap 32 to satisfy the minimum stint length, giving McLaren full visibility on their rival strategies. On paper, the logic made sense. Track position would be preserved, McLaren could dictate the timing of their own second stop, and the team would know exactly when their main competitors were forced to pit. But this theoretical advantage quickly unraveled. As the race continued, it became increasingly obvious that McLaren had misjudged the pace profiles of their opponents, especially Verstappen. On lap 27, Piastri radioed in again, confirming, "So everyone has to pit on lap 32, yeah?" The team reassured him, reminding him that they could stretch their own stint as far as lap 49. At this stage, McLaren still believed they had the upper hand strategically. But just 9 laps later, the situation shifted dramatically. By lap 36, Verstappen had closed the gap to just 8.6 seconds, and he was visibly gaining speed each lap. Piastri sounded increasingly concerned and radioed, "Yeah, need to weigh up what the best idea is. Try to get a safety car or beat him on pace." This message alone revealed what McLaren hadn't yet admitted. Their plan was collapsing. The initial lap target Piastri was given was around 1 minute and 24 seconds. While he easily hit that time, the team later acknowledged that he actually needed to be over a second faster per lap if he wanted to stay ahead once Verstappen unleashed his true pace. But by the time they realized the gap wasn't large enough, it was too late. Verstappen had been managing his tires and saving performance for the moments that mattered. The gap stabilized between 7 and 9 seconds, nowhere near the margin needed to protect McLaren's compromised strategy. Desperate to salvage the race, McLaren abandoned their original plan and brought Piastri in earlier than intended, switching him onto hard tires so he could push aggressively to the finish. Piastri assured them, "I'll go a lot faster on a hard," and he did everything he could to claw back the lost time. But even with his best efforts, the mathematics simply didn't work in his favor. Verstappen's advantage from pitting earlier on the safety car, combined with Red Bull's superior strategic positioning, was insurmountable. When the checkered flag waved, Verstappen claimed his 7th victory of the season, while Piastri crossed the line in second place, 7.995 seconds behind. Norris finished 4th, and the championship picture shifted dramatically heading into Abu Dhabi. Piastri dropped to 3rd in the standings, now trailing Verstappen by 4 points and his teammate Norris by 16. What should have been Piastri's breakthrough win, a moment that would have boosted his championship fight, instead became a painful reminder of how quickly fortunes can change in Formula One. During the post-race press conference, Piastri didn't hide his frustration. When asked about his emotional state, he replied bluntly, "Pretty high," which said more than any long explanation could. He added that despite a near-perfect weekend, the team simply didn't get the strategy right. A journalist later asked him what hurt more, losing 4th place in Las Vegas due to a car disqualification or losing the win in Qatar. Piastri answered without hesitation, losing the win hurt more. In Vegas, he lost a P4 because of a technical infringement the team couldn't control during the race. In Qatar, however, he had driven flawlessly, questioned the strategy in real time, and still watched the win slip away due to a decision he sensed wasn't correct. That difference made the Qatar result far more painful from a driver's perspective. Zak Brown didn't attempt to soften the reality. He openly admitted the team had made a huge mistake. Oscar was impeccable all weekend. "We gave his win away, and we gave Lando's podium away," he said. Brown emphasized that while nothing could change the result now, the team needed to learn and refocus before Abu Dhabi. Cameras even caught Brown hugging Piastri after the race, a gesture acknowledging that the driver had delivered everything he possibly could. Team principal Andrea Stella added more context, explaining that the team simply did not expect the entire field to pit under the safety car. Stella acknowledged that while double stacking at the pit stop would have cost some time, the team still should have brought both drivers in. He made it clear that this wasn't an operational mistake or a pit crew issue. It was a strategic misjudgment, plain and simple. Lando Norris shared his own frustration, saying, "We took a risk we shouldn't have, so Oscar lost a win and I lost 2nd place." Norris added that while not every decision can be predicted, everyone in the team must perform perfectly if they want to win a title. With the championship margin now razor-thin, McLaren heads into the Abu Dhabi finale under immense pressure. But Stella reminded everyone that history has shown 3rd-place drivers can still win the title. He pointed to Kimi Räikkönen's dramatic 2007 championship comeback and Sebastian Vettel's 2010 title, both earned after entering the final race in 3rd place. He also emphasized that McLaren would continue treating both drivers equally, allowing them to race fairly but responsibly in their final push against Verstappen. Piastri himself remained composed but clearly disappointed. He acknowledged that he drove the best race he could and that the team made mistakes that cost him the victory. He stressed that while the setback was painful, the championship wasn't over yet. His words reflected a driver trying to stay focused despite the sting of the moment. Now it all comes down to Abu Dhabi. If McLaren wants to win either championship, they must deliver a flawless weekend. For Piastri, the path is clear but difficult. He needs to win the finale and hope the results fall in his favor. But as history has shown, 3rd place does not mean out of contention. The question now is whether Oscar Piastri can mount a Räikkönen-style comeback and claim his first Formula One championship despite McLaren's costly mistake in Qatar. Let us know your thoughts and predictions in the comments below.